Real quick, before we go feed the big herd, I need you guys to know something. When we bought this place, well, when anybody buys any house anywhere, even when you're outside the city, you really need to have an inspection done, which we did. And the two things that the home inspector, and this guy was crazy thorough, like almost too thorough, but that's what we wanted. I mean, this is a big house. It's a big property. For like the full whistles and bells inspection, you know, several $100s, which most of them are. But the two things that he said we needed to do, knock down trees, because he was worried about termites, pests, insect control, anything you don't want in your house. We had like a legit 50 or 60 trees in the front of the house that we had removed 6 months after we bought the place. We had the whole front yard dozed. We had the whole back part of the house dozed. There were trees right here. I couldn't even drive my tractor through here. It was so tight. And that's actually why we have water pooling up, because there used to be trees right here that drank all that water. So now I need a tree, let me know, that just sucks water, man, that just loves water. I need one big time. The other thing, the main thing, the one thing that he really focused on, even above the predation and critters pressure with all the trees, was getting water away from the house. There was no landscaping out here. There was also no guttering, which we added. The fascia was like rough cut cedar, which had already started to do what cedar does, which is turn that green patina, which is sometimes cute, but not on a big, beautiful house like this. We spent a lot of money. I think this driveway approach was like, with labor and concrete and everything, was about $7,000. And that was one of the #1 recommended things in our inspection. Like the guy was like, literally, you need to get a driveway approach and get the water away from the garage, get it away from the foundation. And we specifically chose where we were gonna put our downspouts. So that's why this is an issue, okay? What this means is every time Ray drives into her truck into the garage, if there's water standing right here, it pulls dirt off of her truck and it fills this, and then we have to clean it out. I don't want to clean it out. I paid to have it graded. So anyway, the gentleman that did it, he knows, he's aware, he's going to come back Saturday, and he's going to shoot the grade and make sure that it's, you know, doing what it's supposed to, but it's clearly not, or there wouldn't be dirt right there. So anyway, let's go stare at pretty cows. That always makes me feel better. Look at the baby grasses. In case you missed yesterday's video, I actually changed the oil. I did the first service on the side-by-side. And changing the oil, especially in a machine like this, it always quiets it down. It quiets down your vehicle too, but our vehicles are made for comfort, so there's like noise suppression foam and pads and things like that throughout your vehicle. Whereas in this, a good rainstorm or dust storm, this thing's got gaps and holes all in it. It's just not, it's not made like a vehicle. But yeah, listen how quiet this is. Oh, she's purring now. But anyway, one of the things you have to do when you change the oil is lift the dump bed. Frank and Taters are livid because I fed the calves first. One of the things you have to do is lift the dump bed when you change the oil. Well, what that means is you have to clean out your bed, and you guys know what this thing looked like yesterday. Looky there. Now, when I say cleaned out, I literally just pulled the lever and let everything fly. I picked up what we wanted, I picked up what we needed, and then I threw the rest away, so no big deal. The only thing I like to have in here is a couple buckets, usually the bag of feed that I've opened, a drill, screws. I've been leaving these in here because I've been doing a lot of waterline work, and then a pair of fencing pliers, which I think, see, I usually see these, they actually do this on purpose. They put a 5-gallon bucket space in here, and then you can drop a 2x4 right, let's see, a 2x4 right here, a 2x6 even, and it keeps the buckets from sliding all over the place. So, yep, I've known that, but I just think it's funny to let stuff slide all over the place. So here we are. Hey, man. That's your brother. I can hear him. Maximus. What's up, buddy? All right, let's get Frank and Taters their feed so they'll calm down. 200 hours on it. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. I just like it's got great acceleration. We leave it in low pretty much all the time because of our hills. Like you wouldn't want to drive around here with that belt in high gear. So we leave it in low, just work it. I haven't washed it one stinking time. It is supposed to rain next week though, so maybe that'll knock a little dirt off her. Speaking of land hippos, my goodness. My goodness. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? We think, man. Why do you eat like that? Hey. So, in case you guys didn't know, I actually had this thing running kind of square with the fence because I'm weird like that. I probably get that from Kyle, but every day I come out here and this thing's moved about 3 feet or 4 feet one way or the other. Well, I finally figured out why. It's because when Taters eats, he spills it everywhere. Frank knows it, so when the whole trough is gone, Frank comes through here and runs clean up and eats all the stuff that Taters dropped on the ground. This thing was locked in place. Like if I was to like concrete this down or something, oh man, Frank would tear it up. He would tear it up. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Yeah, you both are. Good boys. So Taters is getting big. Like I mentioned, there's about 8 months between them. But you want to see how big Frank is? Not that you can't tell, but watch this. Oh, where'd Taters go? Looks like this panel's working. It should. It's really rigid. Got the metal zip ties on it. They should last forever. So, yep, Belle was poking her head through here trying to drink water out of this trough, even though there's a perfectly good trough over there. Yep. See, you don't need to drink out of this. So I actually thought about putting another one. Let's see, I could scoot that trough down and put another one right here and cut a hole. Like I could literally put one like right here and right here and then cut holes so we can still work it. And this would just stick through one of these. So we'll give it a shot. What a blessing, man. Getting water way out here. So when I'm thinking about my driveway for about 7 seconds, updating you guys on the status of getting it fixed, which keeps our house safer and more efficient and, you know, whatever. It helps our house last longer. Just so you know, when I'm ranting for about 7-8 seconds, the 14 seconds that you just saw is twice the amount of time that I actually think about complaining and stuff. If that makes sense, I hope you guys do too.